Hi there, in this video we will see how we can convert a 3D burst like this to a fully rigged character including facial animation using Reallusion's Headshot 2 plugin for Character Creator 4. We will be using this model which you can download it from sketchfab.com. This is the name of the creator and this is available as a CC0 license, so you can download it and let's try it out. Okay, so I've already imported this model. I downloaded it as a OBJ file, and once you have downloaded it, all you need to do is click on File Import and then import it from the folder where you have saved it. Now, once you have imported it, very important is the camera angle. So you need to first ensure that the mesh that you have downloaded is facing to the camera straight in front of it. You can see the mesh from various angles. Let's say, for example, you can try the left part and the right part to see if it is properly aligned. I have already aligned it, so we'll move on to the next step. All right, so once the mesh is in your viewport, you need to select the mesh and then click on Headshot 2 button over here, and then you will see this option. Since this is a mesh and not an image, you have to click on the mesh option and then click on Start Head Generation. All right, so once it has scanned through the mesh, you will see this option where you need to align the points. Over here, you have three options. You have 24 points, which means it will only align the face points. 32 includes face with the ear, and then 35 is the full head points, which means that whatever you're seeing from the front as well as the back of the head. So let's go ahead and try with this full head points because I'm interested in seeing how this hair is gonna look like, and I'm also doing it for the first time. So let's go ahead with this 35 point method. So once you click on it, you will see that it has marked the various points where it needs to align with this mesh. And as of now, we do not see anything. So what I'm going to do is that first I will click on auto detection, and then it is going to hopefully align the points, and then we will refine it from that point. All right, uh, let's zoom in to see it clearly. So one thing to note here quickly is that anything that you see green is already aligned on the mesh, and anything that you see on the red, which means that those um, points are missing on the mesh and we will have to add them manually. So let's go ahead and do this. For the sake of convenience, I'm gonna speed up this process. Alright, so now that we have all of our points aligned and we have added the missing points which it was unable to find, we can move on to the next step, which is the head gen. Now, for this particular model, there are some inconsistencies in terms of ear. For example, the ear is actually hidden behind the mesh, and the lips also are not well defined. As you can see here, if I just zoom in and see that the lips are not very well defined. Okay, so let's see how this is gonna look like. In particular, these 2 points seems to be very tight, so I'm expecting some issues will happen when it will scan, but let's see. All right, so here we are. It did not took long, and as you can see, it has done, I would say, fairly good job. The hair on the original mesh is a sculpt, so obviously it is looking like this, which is fine. But in terms of the facial element and the capture element, it looks good. And as I said earlier, I was expecting some issues at this point because it's more of a tight-lipped thing, and as you can see that it's inconsistencies here. So I'm thinking that this might cause some issues when we'll animate it, but let's see how much of this we can fix it. Let's go on to the next step, which is refine mesh. All right, so in refine mesh, it what it does is that it puts an overlay of the model that it has scanned on the original one. And here we have the opportunity to refine things before we attach this head to the body. So you can see that it has some issues here. As says the geometry looks fine, but it does have some issue here, which let's see. All right, so overall it is looking fine to me. And now we will move on to the next step, which is attached to body. So in here, I'm not going to change the texture, so I will say use it from the source mesh. Then this is how it looks. So it has done a very good job in utilizing the mesh and converting it into a character. Now let's do some facial test. I'll click on motion, male, and I'll click on talk.
Hi there, I'm a digital character created with Character Creator. And as you can see, I can act, talk, and have lively expressions. I look forward to being part of your upcoming animation works. And as you can see, I can act, talk, and have lively expressions. I look forward to being part of your upcoming animation works. Hi there, I'm a digital character created with Character Creator. And as you can see, I can act, talk, and have lively expressions. I look forward to being part of your upcoming animation works.
So it has done a good job. In fact, I was thinking that I'll have some issues in the lips area because it was looking a bit jagged. But overall, I am impressed with how it has finally turned out. So I would say for the first time, without doing much refinement and just accepting most of the alignments that the tool has done, I would say this is done an impressive job. In fact, I have not done much cleanup while I was doing it. And if you refine it a bit more or spend some more time before you get to the final outcome, then I think it will even look better. All right, let's go ahead and do some facial animation test. Let's go ahead and play it and let's see how does it look. Okay, so the Teeth needs fixing as well. Yeah, the lip, as we know that it's not very well refined, so it's not showing up properly, but overall the stretch is good enough. Yeah. Okay, so let's do some more tests with respect to the facial animation, and this time I am going to use functional inspection talk and play. Not bad. And that's about it for this tutorial. I hope you liked it and thanks for watching it. Cheers.